Hey, what's going on YouTube? We got an undefeated list here. My friend let me borrow his Vanquish deck. I ended up going undefeated 5-0 with the deck. Kind of wanted to bring the list to you. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this deck. It's very inconsistent. It's really hard to keep some of the attributes in your hand. I'll kind of go through it as we go through the deck profile, but let's just jump right into it here. Obviously, you got your 3 best cards in the whole deck. See it or you lose the game, 3 Ryzen. To go with it, 3 Burger. This card is like the one card you always want in your hand with the Ryzen, or to search with the Ryzen to keep going. I see a lot of people cut it to 2. Definitely think you should play 3 of this card. Gets you going so much. The bounce effects, a lot of people still don't know how to play around it, so when they go to like imperm, you just bounce and you get so much value. It's crazy. To go with it, obviously 3 Mad Love, second best card in the deck. So you have your monsters you want to see in your opening hand for your normal summons, and then your main bouncer. 2 Caesars. Card's really good. I played the second one because I played the small world, and then you get to go into your bridges. Also, being able to search this to have Earth to reveal off the first values, so you can summon one, reveal the other one for the attribute, is great. Then you play the 1 Pluton. I made the mistake a lot to side this out, and then ended up needing it, corrected it throughout the day, and definitely was a lot better. Just being able to search a fire off the Raisin to use the Raisin's effect to destroying the column came up a bunch. And then the 1 Pantera. I kind of wished I played a second one of this, because if people are smart, they'll wait for you to go into your rock to extend. So you a lot of the time you go like Raisin, search, Dr. Mad Love, and then use this to link off into the rock, and then to summon out the Mad Love to get your advantage going. And if you don't have another extender like a Pantera, you could get stuck in an odd spot if they imperm or Valor the rock, so that can be a little awkward. So I don't know. Also, it's really hard to keep Earth attributes in your hand with this deck, so maybe just the second one of this. I don't know. This card's also kind of mid. It's just nice to have it as an extender if you don't have anything in your monster zone. It also conflicts with the next card as well, though, being the Fenrir's. Card's insane. Card's just too good not to play. Really don't suggest playing this out. I set it out almost all the time. I think it came up once to make a rank 4 play that didn't even really matter in the end, so you probably cut this. Fenrir mainly wants to search Fenrir anyway, because you wouldn't need the Earth attribute. Like I said, it's really hard to keep an Earth in your hand sometimes, so probably cut this for something else going forward. Then we have the 1 Gildagra, or not Gildagra, the Flame Kaiju, Dogran. Small world line, you can also small world into this really easily. The small world lines in this deck are just so easy with the 1500 defenses of almost all of the Vanquish soul monsters, and then different corresponding levels and attributes, so it's great. This card came up quite a bit. I drew this card quite a bit actually in my opening hands, and it just ended up working out. This could probably be a second one of this, and it would be even better, to be honest, so that might be a suggestion for a change there. Next, 3 Ash. Best hand trap in this deck just because of Stake Your Soul. Obviously, it's just the most generic good hand trap currently. I played 3 Nib. This deck is just like a slow, grindy deck, so you want the most impactful hand traps, even though sometimes it can conflict with Fenrir. Being able to go first, set up your Fenrir and then your board, and then they have to try and play through it, and even if they do, then you drop the Nib, and that's just game. Like, this card is so backbreaking for a lot of matchups. So the only other card that I would suggest, maybe if you don't want to play the Nibs to conflict with the Fenrirs, is this could be a Droll. That's another high impact hand trap that will get you to your next turn, and not only that, but slow down your opponent to your play place, so that way you can go ahead and take over the game. Last hand trap I played was 3 Imperms. Card's crazy. Going into the spells, card I never saw. I saw it maybe once or twice, but the problem is the times I saw it, I didn't have a fire in my hand, so it was searching like a Dr. Madlove or a Burger or something like that. This card's in crazy though, so gotta play 3 obviously, and then the 1 Dust Devil, and then 2 Continue. Please play 2 Continue. Please don't side this card out. I don't care what's going on. This summoning back a Raisin is another interruption as well as follow-up, so just in case they like Dark Ruler you. I found myself a lot of the time, I played 2 mirror matches, and this card is kind of dog water in the mirror matches, where Continue is just insane. So Continue being able to blow up the column, especially if they set up like the rock or something, or they're not, if somebody's not paying attention to the column, summon back Raisin definitely caught a lot of people off guard. Highly suggest playing 2 of those. If you're not, 1 Rhoda, obvious. Consistency cards, played 3 Prosperity, and I played 3 Small World. Realistically, this could be cut to 2 if you'd like. I heard some people talk about this. I definitely wanted all of this when I was going first. So with 5 card hands, when going second, I would side these out because you have that 6 cards. So when you go into the math of the deck, having the 4 starters to get to your Raisins plus the Rhoda is the same math as if you kept these in. So highly suggest kind of going through your play patterns. Going through the math on the deck matters a lot to see your Raisins, but going second, you can side these out, easy side out targets. But other problem with this deck is siding out is really hard because so much of the engine you live in, and you gotta be careful when you're messing with your attributes. So just something else to keep in mind. Let's jump into our extra here. So extra deck, the only thing that mattered, 3 rock. The rest of the extra deck is just kind of utility, so whatever you want to play. Gotta have the 3 rock. Don't ever banish this off of Prosperity. You think usually you can cut 1, and then you get into the grindy matchups and you're like, oh, I kind of wish I just had the 3rd then at that point. Even though this card can be really hard to out, if they do out it, it's nice to always just have those backups. So don't ever cut that or hit that off Prosperity. Next you have Security Dragon, just a nice bounce, and then you don't have to pitch a card. You definitely need hand advantage initially, so this just being able to bounce also problematic stuff like what is it? It's Mirror Jades did come up, but otherwise I think I made it maybe once, and then it just baited out an imperm, which was nice. You got Phoenix and Unicorn, able to just assist in your link climbing if you need it, I guess. I never really went into these. These were kind of Prosperity fodder along with the access code. I had a chance to make this one game, but it was already game without it, so it didn't really matter. Those are all the links. Going into the Exceeds, we had 1 Exciton. Obviously, being able to board wipe, attack for 0 damage, and then drop a Zeus on top of it is crazy. Babushka for when the really awkward hands come into play. I made this maybe once. Tornado Dragon, never made it. Good in theory though. Big Guy, because I was playing the Raisin, because we were playing the Raisin. You can still play the Big Eye because Burger is the 7, and if you're playing the Cashiras, this card can come up. But like I said, never made it. Cashier Rise Heart, never made it. It was there, and then you have your Zeus line being the Chakanine, Borbo into the Zeus. Zeus came up with the sideboard a little bit. Never made this combo. This could probably go if you wanted it. This could go, and then I mean the rest of this is just all right. So you have flex spots in this to do whatever you want. The problem is you want to keep your monsters mainly on board so you can continue getting like advantage off of them. So I mean the extra deck is just the when you're in those really tricky or awkward spots, you need something. So other big thing is, I know this deck can play under Skill Drain, but you don't want to, so maybe having an answer to Skill Drain in the side deck might make good, or the extra. So lastly, side deck. Side deck wasn't perfect by any means, but it definitely worked for locals. So I was siding 3 Bells. These could technically go in the main, but I don't really like maining this card. 3 Bastiles, once again, not a huge fan of maining these cards, but it is tech. I have seen some people play like 1 or 2 Magnamuts in the main, and then side like a Druis or the Druis in second mag, because this can search out the Kaiser, but didn't really come up. I played Thrust, Tactics, Harpies. They were good. I sided these in a lot, especially going second. Harpies is just a lot of decks right now can side so much just blowout cards. Just like Tikaboo's, I guess Tikaboo doesn't matter for this, but like Goes in Rivalry runs around our locals, so being able to go into this and then thrust into it as well, just having this option is really good. 3 Eradicator, ban this card, please. It's really strong though. So going first, you can obviously just do this on your burger and you're good to go. And then lastly was 3 Evenly. I did not play Tikaboo. I think maining the card is really bad because you don't want to draw it going second, especially with needing your resources and engine. And then after side, everyone is ready for Tikaboo playing against this. Obviously, Tikaboo can be such a strong card, but I don't want to have it in my hands where I'm going second, and I don't want to have it in my side deck for everyone to answer. A lot of the times, like I said, people would be siding in Cosmics and all of that, and then I would search Continue instead of the Dust Devil, so you can set the Continue, and then they try and go Cosmic on your back row, thinking it was maybe a Tikaboo if you have like multiple set, and then you can just flip the Continue and just go off. Otherwise, deck felt really good. Felt kind of like playing in an older format where you just in actual resource grind. Highly suggest trying the deck out. If you have any suggestions or anything that you wish to see or think that would be good in the profile or in the deck, let me know. I would definitely like to keep testing the deck out. I think I have the deck for maybe 2 or 3 more locals, so let me know and we can definitely try it out. Otherwise, I do hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.